Derrick Henry going to the Ravens is honestly a much bigger deal than I originally thought. Here's why. So when that whole trade happened, when Derrick Henry first signed with the Ravens, originally I brushed it off. I didn't take it too seriously. My first thought was I kind of laughed and I was like, why do the Ravens need Derrick Henry? It's pointless. He's not going to add any value to the team. This was a stupid move. Fast forward a little bit, about I don't even know how long, maybe a month or two, and I'm really thinking again and have honestly completely changed my opinion. I now think that them getting Derrick Henry was a monstrous move. I think it was an amazing move for the Ravens, and I think to win a Super Bowl, it really will help them. I'm going to break down a few reasons why I think that way. It's going to help Lamar Jackson play even smoother and work out some of his kinks that he has had in his past, and ultimately I think this is what the Ravens needed to really put themselves on top of the league. If this is your guys' first time on the channel, welcome. If you guys are returning viewers, welcome back. My name is Noah. Let's talk about some football, man. Let's get right into it. So Lamar Jackson has obviously had so far a pretty good career, and he has been MVP a couple times. He has been close to Super Bowl. He has just been loved by the entire NFL, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. Lamar Jackson has been one of those players I kind of have loved hating on. I have loved hating on Lamar Jackson. I have not really seen him as a legit quarterback. I know I'm going to take some hate for this. I'm going to get some comments about this, but when I made my quarterback ranking list, he was at like number 5 or 6. A lot of people would put him much higher than that. Some people arguably at like 2 or 3. Some people say 1, but you know, this guy Patrick Mahomes exists. You can't just put him that high. Anyways, getting back on topic, I am probably one of the biggest Lamar Jackson haters. Me saying what I'm about to say today is very out of character for me. I'm going to somewhat glaze Lamar Jackson today, but it is all for a reason. So let's look at Lamar Jackson. What did he have last season? So the core team he has pretty much stayed the same. The only thing that's going to change is Gus Edwards is going to be majorly upgraded to Derrick Henry. Now, why is this a big move? Well, if we look at Gus Edwards' stats right here, Gus Edwards did his job. I don't want to make Gus Edwards seem like he's a bum, like he's a scrub. Gus Edwards is a solid running back. He did his job. He had 198 rushes for 810 yards in the season, 13 touchdowns, 12 catches for 180 yards, and 0 receiving touchdowns. Now, if we look at Derrick Henry's stats, they're honestly a little bit similar last season. He does have more yards, although he does have more carries. He has 280 carries compared to 198 carries, almost 100 more carries, and with that, he got about 300 more yards. So you might say, is that the most effective? Well, keep in mind the team he's on is different than the Ravens. I feel like Ravens are more likely to have success no matter who you put at running back because their team is overall so strong and just well coached. The average for Derrick Henry last season was 4.2 yards a run. The average for him 198, 810. I'm not doing that math. You guys can do the math if you really feel like it. So the averages are pretty close. Derrick Henry had 12 touchdowns. As you can see, Gus Edwards also... Oh no, Gus Edwards had 1 more touchdown. Gus Edwards had 13 touchdowns. Noah, why are you bringing up these stats? What is this whole point? What are you trying to get at? What I'm trying to get at is this. If Gus Edwards, and no disrespect Gus Edwards, he's a great player, was able to put up 13 rushing touchdowns, 800 yards, and do this well for the Ravens, Derrick Henry is going to do significantly better than that. If he had 280 carries with the Ravens, he is putting up a stupid amount. He is definitely not averaging 4.2 yards a carry. The average might be closer to 6 or 7. I know that may sound like a stretch, but hear me out. Derrick Henry is still relatively young. He's 30, bro. He's 30, man. He still has juice. He still has life. He still has power. Although he's not, I would say is he out of his prime? That is a different question for a different day. I don't think so. I think he's still in the later life of his prime, but you know, that we're not going to talk about that right now. I think he's going to be very productive in this Ravens system. What is really going to be the killer for the rest of the NFL is how much he's going to elevate Lamar Jackson. Now, no, how can Lamar Jackson elevate? He's already an MVP level quarterback. He's already stellar. He's already electric. How could he possibly elevate more? Well, if you guys remember, let me pull up the play actually. I don't know if you guys remember this. You probably do, but plays like this are why I give Lamar Jackson the crap I give him. These plays are the reason I say that he's not a top quarterback. Hear me out. If Derrick Henry is on the field here, I think this could be a different situation. Let's break this down really quick. He has 0 pressure. 1, 2. This guy's locked up right here. This guy's right here. This guy's right here. It's 2nd and 10. It's not 3rd down. It's not 4th down. It's only 10 yards. It's not too long. Pause. They're down by 10 points. 7 minutes left. Plenty of time. Now, if this is Gus Edwards, I'm not 100% sure who it was on the snap. If I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm probably thinking, okay, Gus Edwards probably gonna take this ball. He's gonna run up a couple yards. This guy looks like he could get blocked right here, but this dude is a problem right here. So in my mind, this guy is the reason why Lamar Jackson does not just take the check down. Instead, he forces a super deep pass into triple coverage. This guy even was open right here. That guy was even open right there. So I don't understand the thought process behind this. There was no pressure. He had him open right here, throw it inside. You have this guy. You have him even standing here. But listen, what I'm getting at, this is obviously a terrible pick, okay? We can't get around that. Triple coverage, game on the line to go to the Super Bowl. It can't get any worse than that. But what I'm saying is, if this is Derrick Henry, right here, brother, we have a different game. Brother, if this is Derrick Henry, we have a completely different game. Who's to say Lamar Jackson doesn't just check it down to Derrick Henry? And dude, they're at the 25. You don't think Derrick Henry can shed 1, 2, 3 tackles to get to the end zone? If not, he'll get to at least the 10-yard line. Easy first down. That one play alone just shows how big of an impact Derrick Henry could immediately be. Let's look at Lamar Jackson's stats. His stats were ridiculously amazing. Very efficient. He had a ceiling of like 86% accuracy for his completion. 85.7 completion percentage is his high, and his low point throughout the season was 56.3. It could be better. 18 for 32, 177 yards. Okay, this is a better metric right here. His lowest passer rating was a 76.9, and they won 23-7. His highest passer rating was a 158.3, and they won 56-19. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's a little tricky to get any information out of that data because doesn't really make too much sense, but let's try to do the best that we can. So if we're looking at these quarterback ratings and the margin of wins, I think it is safe to say that when Lamar Jackson has to do less work, they can still win. And when he does more work, they win by even more. So Noah, why are you saying this? What does that even mean? What are you even saying? What I'm saying is, you put Derrick Henry in this equation, in this offense, and these numbers, I feel like these lows are going to be much higher and these highs are going to get even higher. I think the efficiency will take a significant boost. Instead of 67.2%, this will probably be about 75%. Now, I know you're thinking, Noah, that's ridiculously high of a completion percentage, but listen, it would be that high because even if Lamar Jackson has nobody open down the field, and by nobody open, I'm referring to Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Nelson Aguilar, and Mark Andrews. If none of those guys are open, you have Derrick Henry to check it down to. It just seems like a dream scenario. I really can't emphasize enough how game-breaking this could really be. The Ravens could really become a real-life Madden team. I know a lot of you guys probably don't think this is true. Some of you guys might disagree with me, but I'm telling you guys right now, the potential is there, and it is terrifying. Let me know what you guys think. I think this is a year Lamar Jackson finally gets a Super Bowl. I'm predicting it right now. If it's not Patrick Mahomes, it's Lamar Jackson's year. And if not Lamar Jackson, it's CJ Stroud's year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Do you think Ravens are going to be better or worse this season? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you guys want to see more psych, let's go ahead and subscribe. And other than that, my name is Noah, and I'm out. Peace.